Good evening. This is our August 14th council meeting. At this time, I'd ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you remain standing, I think I'll open this up with prayer, unless someone else would like to. Okay, we're good? All right, let's pray. Father God, we just thank you for this beautiful week, and God, we just ask that this meeting could just go smoothly and just allow us to make the right decisions for our community. God, we just thank you for those that are in attendance tonight to accept their community awards, and God, we're just thankful for all the members of our community that take pride in where they live. And God, we just pray that you just continue to be with those that work for this village and just continue to allow them to do the best that they can to their abilities, and that we can assist them in any way that we can. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Amen. Please be seated. At this time, the meeting is in order. I'd like to read the certificate of the clerk. To the presiding officer of council from the municipal clerk of council. The undersigned certifies that all requirements to notice and notification have been done or attempted to be done in compliance with Council Rule 3. Signed, Linda Cantrell. Will the clerk please call the roll? I'll do that backwards.
Mayor Coe?
Here.
Francis?
Here.
Miller?
Here.
Tennerman?
Here.
Vogel?
Here.
Ashley?
Here.
And Willis?
Here.
Thank you. At this time, council's received their minutes from the July 10th council meeting. I'd like to entertain a motion to accept those minutes.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Will there be any discussion, changes to these minutes?
Not about the minutes, but wasn't there a council member absent from a workshop?
Yeah, this is for the council
Okay,
meeting. Yeah.
but no, the motion to excuse absence was before.
Oh, got you. I skipped that, yeah. Thank you for correcting me.
You're welcome.
Let's backtrack a little bit and okay, that's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
it's okay to go out of order. Okay.
Finish the motion, he says.
Yeah, Fred made the motion, seconded. So no changes. Roll call, please.
Francis?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Tennerman?
Yes.
Vogel?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Willis?
Yes.
And Mayor Coe?
Yes. Is it okay if we finish the motions for the special meeting, then go back to the absent?
That's fine.
That's okay, okay. At this time, council's received their minutes for the July 24th workshop as well as the special meeting. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to accept those minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any changes to those minutes? Discussion? Okay. Roll call, please.
Francis?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Tennerman?
Yes.
Vogel?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Willis?
Yes.
And Mayor Coe?
Yes. The minutes have been approved. At this time, we'll go back to absent, or excuse council members that were absent. We have an absence on at the workshop on July 24th. Is there a motion to excuse that absence?
I'll make a motion to excuse Mr. Fogel
Yeah.
from the workshop.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Francis?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Tennerman?
Yes.
Vogel?
Abstained.
Ashley?
Yes.
Willis?
Yes.
And Coe?
Yes. Well, at this time, I'd like to thank the Community Pride Award winners for attending tonight. It's been a fast summer. We've seen a lot of dryness, and we've seen a lot of homes being well taken care of. And I just want to thank all the members of our community for taking pride in being here and supporting this village. And we're thankful for everyone that's participated in doing the best that they can. And so at this time, I'd like to ask that the award winners come forward in just a minute. The Community Pride Award winners were Stan and Sandy Fogel,
Magel.
and Tim and
Magel.
Tim. I'm sorry, I used Oh, Magel, I'm sorry, did I do that one? Sorry, Stan and Sandy Magel, and Tim and, how do you pronounce your wife? Taja? Taja Schwartzstrauber, and as well as Sarver's Funeral Home. Those are our award winners for this month. You'll be seeing signs in their front yards and for their job well done. And so at this time, if Representatives Tim Fairchild from Sarver's Funeral Home would come forward, and the Magels, and accept your awards.
Yeah, good call.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Thanks. Stay white, thank you. We appreciate it. Any picture? A little bit. Thank you, everyone.
Well, congratulations. Very good.
That's all right.
I was thinking, yeah, you just got it, sorry. Yeah. At this time, is there any correspondence for council? No correspondence?
No, sir.
We'll move on and open up an opportunity for citizens to make any comments regarding tonight's legislation. Yes, sir. Could you come up to the podium and, if you would, please state your name, so we have it for the record.
My name is James Clevenger. I just moved to this town no more than 2 years ago, and I live on 81 Woods Drive. We had an issue with a tenant that he had some tenants that OD'd in their apartment, and the police force did absolutely nothing, no arrests. That people were walking in the building, very offensive. I have children, and this dude has always been known for selling drugs, and my landlord knows about it. He won't do nothing. So I was supposed to be with other people, they didn't show up. So I'm asking the council, is there anything you guys can do? Because this is my last turn to go to. I love this town, I really do, and I want it to succeed, and I want to get all the bad out of it.
We can understand that, for sure. Is our manager ever had any, has anybody ever talked to our manager or police?
Are you the gentleman that called me the other day?
I don't know, I think it was the other guy. I've called about my landlord a couple of times, and it's just to the point where it's tired, we're tired of it, and our neighborhood is starting to look really bad. And we're trying our best to keep it look clean, and it's really hard when you have a landlord that does not care and doesn't want to care, and he says, we gotta do one thing, and we go to the police and they say, he's gotta do the thing, so it's very frustrating.
There is a gentleman that did call me on Monday, and after that, I spoke with our chief of police, and I also spoke with Therese from the county. We are actually going to call in this specific landlord and share with him the numerous times that our police department is called out to this particular neighborhood and this particular building, and approach him, hopefully in a positive way, that he'll work with us in trying to change that neighborhood in a more positive fashion.
We will be happy to look into this. Just like what Matt said, obviously your concerns have been paid attention to, and this is something we can talk more about, I think, in length at a workshop, and just if there's anything more that we can do regarding this nuisance.
The gentleman is correct. There was an untimely death this weekend. However, it's currently under investigation. I can't speak anything more, and plus we do not have a coroner's report.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. Oh, did Council? Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for coming and sharing your concerns, and we'll definitely be looking into that and see what we can do and help you guys out and so forth. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we will take a look at our legislative pieces tonight. Mr. Sells will read the first one, amending the administrative code, which is the second reading, so I believe it will be by title only. So,
Mr. Mayor, thank you. Ordinance CM-12-23. An ordinance amending sections 33.18, 33.19, 33.20, 33.21, and 33.22 of Chapter 33, titled The Administrative Code.
thank you, Mr. Sells. I'll entertain a motion to adopt this ordinance.
Second.
Thank you. Does council have any discussion they would like to add to this ordinance? Mr. Fogel?
Yes. Matt, just one question in reference to the purchasing and selling procedures. What do we use as a place of advertisement? I'm sure it's the newspaper. Do we put advertisements for different things purchasing on our website? What avenues do we all use for advertising?
It's a great question. I'd really like to turn to Ben and Tim as to what we've done in the past, because since I've been here, we haven't sold anything or not been in a position to sell anything. So we'll probably use the same avenues that have been used in the past, although there are municipal magazines in the Ohio Municipal League and some other, local newspapers, etc. Probably the Dayton Area Mayors and Managers Association. There's also a website there. But I'm sorry, I'll turn it over to Ben or Tim as to how we've done it in the past.
The larger items, we've actually maintained or held on to them until they have municipal auction. Englewood used to have one annually, and they would have to do all the advertising for us. And I think it's Muncie auctioneers. They continued that tradition, and they have a annual or semi-annual auction at their location, which is on Diamond Mill Road. They do all the advertising in all the local papers. If it's smaller items, we've done things from sealed advertisement in our local papers and sealed bids and that sort of thing. So,
Okay.
if that answers your question.
Very good.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Francis?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Tenorman?
Yes.
Vogel?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Willis?
Yes.
And Mayor Coe.
Yes, the ordinance has been adopted. We'll move on to our second piece, CM-12-25. Mr. Sells?
Mr. Mayor, thank you. Resolution CM-12-25. A resolution to certify delinquent water and sewer accounts and costs associated with removal of grass, weeds, and litter to the Miami County Auditor for collection. Whereas Chapter 743.04 of the Ohio Revised Code and Sections 51.27 and 52.134 of the West Miilton Code of Ordinances provides that water and sewer charges that are not paid when due and payable shall be certified to the Auditor of Miami County, Ohio, who shall place the charges on the tax duplicate as a tax lien or assessment against the parcel or lot for collection as other taxes. And whereas Chapter 93.44 of the West Miilton Code of Ordinances provides that costs incurred for the removal of weeds, litter, and grasses shall be certified to the Auditor of Miami County, who shall place the charges on the tax duplicate as a tax lien or assessment against the parcel or lot for collection as other taxes. And whereas the municipality has been notified by the Miami County Auditor's Office that this year's deadline for the filing of such items certified for collection is September 10th, 2012. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio, that Section 1, the water and sewer accounts, plus properties for which the municipality has removed weeds, litter, and grasses listed herewith as Appendix A and incorporated herein by reference, as if fully written herein, shall be certified to the Miami County Auditor as tax liens in accordance with Sections 51.27, 52.134, and 93.44 of the West Milton Code of Ordinances. Section 2, the total charges against each lot and parcel shall be paid to the Director of Finance of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio, within 14 days after passage of this resolution, and if not paid, shall thereafter be certified to the Miami County Auditor in the full amount shown, including a 5% service charge levied by the Auditor's Office for covering the expense of the collection, for placement on the tax duplicate as a tax lien against said property, and said charges shall be collected in the same manner and same time and manner as other taxes as provided by law. Section 3, this resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after the earliest date allowed by law.
Thank you, Mr. Sells.
Thank you.
The Finance Director added or deleted one property who had either paid or did not pay. So this is the new attachment. So needs to use right now the attachment. So this is the new attachment to your resolution.
At this time, I'll entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second?
Thank you. Any discussion council would like to add to this resolution? Okay. Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Francis,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Tinnerman,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Ashley,
Yes.
Willis,
Yes.
and Mayor Coe.
Yes, the resolution has been passed. At this time, we'll turn our attention to CM-12-26. Mr. Sells?
Mr. Mayor, Resolution CM-12-26, resolution to authorize the manager to renew health insurance. Whereas the municipality of West Milton has consistently provided health insurance benefits to its full-time employees, and whereas the health insurance is due for renewal effective September 1st, 2012. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio, that Section 1, the Council authorizes the municipal manager to execute the proper contractual documents to renew said insurance with Anthem, Blue Cross, and Blue Shield for a policy term of 1 year from September 1st, 2012 through August 31st of 2013 at the various rates as provided by McGowan Brabender. Section 2, the Council further authorizes the Finance Director to make necessary deposits into the proper employee health savings accounts in the amount of 70% of the employee's total yearly deductible. Section 3, this resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after its passage.
Thank you. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
Motion?
Second.
Would council like to add any discussion to this resolution? Okay. Roll call, please.
Francis,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Tinnerman,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Ashley,
Yes.
Willis,
Yes.
and Mayor Coe.
Yes, the resolution has been passed. At this time, we'll turn our attention to CM-12-27. Mr. Sells?
Mr. Mayor, Ordinance CM-12-27, an ordinance to amend the 2012 appropriations. Whereas Council by Ordinance CM-12-01 adopted 2012 final appropriations for the various funds utilized by the municipality, and whereas it is necessary to adjust the appropriations to reflect unanticipated expenditures. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio, that Section 1, the following amendments to the 2012 appropriations of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio are hereby made. I'll read the fund and then state the original appropriation, then the amount it's amended by, and then the total amended appropriation. Street Fund, $247,925, amended by $14,000, and the total is $261,925. The RTS Fund. Originally, the appropriation was $29,700. There was a reduction of $20,088.65. The amended appropriation is $9,611.35. The Water Capital Improvement Fund. The original appropriation was $8,500, amended by $2,400. The total is $10,900. The Sewer Capital Improvement Fund. The original appropriation, $64,000, amended by $72,200. The new appropriation, $136,200. The Water Fund, originally it was $743,825, amended by $17,100. The amended appropriation is $760,925. The Sewer Fund originally was $649,292, amended by $5,500. The amended appropriation is therefore $654,792. Section 2, any previously drawn warrants in these funds in excess of the original appropriation are hereby authorized. Section 3, that this ordinance shall become effective from and after the earliest date permitted by law.
Thank you, Mr. Sells. That would be the first reading of this ordinance, so we'll take it up next month at our next council meeting. At this time, I'd like to turn this over to the manager, Mr. Klein.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple items tonight. Just like to say that I'd like to take this opportunity to thank both Stephen and Jennifer. I think everyone had a chance to meet them. They were our summer interns. They did a marvelous job this summer. Just wrapping up, one of the major projects was the destruction of old records, over 12 years worth. Shred It, I believe, is the company that came in with the best bid. They're coming this Thursday, which happens to be Stephen's last day, so he'll get to see the work finally finished on that one. I think and the other thing is they're wrapping up this week the income survey. If you remember at the last council meeting, we were doing an income survey. They've received around. They've been having to go door to door now on people that either have ignored it or have not responded. From what they've told me this evening, they have about a 70% response. So it's coming along, and they're hoping to have it wrapped up by the end of this week. I think what's impressed me is that they immediately took ownership in their roles, even though it's just a summer internship. I think both Tim and Ben would agree, they immediately just dug right in and did more than what was expected. And I think that's what impressed me the most. It was on a water line break that we had experienced that just really impressed me. And they had only been working here for a week or two, and they just they dug right in and acted like they'd been here for a long time. So we're going to miss them, and I think I can speak for all of us that we're going to miss their, as Ben said in his weekly memo, we're going to miss their smiling faces and their positive attitudes. So we wish them both a lot of luck in college and beyond. Many people in town may have said something to you several weeks ago now, or many weeks ago during a bad storm. There was a barn at the south end of town which didn't fare too well with the storm. I have been in communication with, how do I say this? Finally found the owner. The owner actually lives in Sheffield Lake. It's a small community between Avon Lake and Vermilion up in Lake Erie. Anyway, long story short, he's an older gentleman. I've actually been able to spoke with his daughter as to what their plans are. Are they planning on rebuilding or what? Didn't seem very anxious to do anything at all. So I've been prodding them via phone. If not, they'll be getting a letter from me explaining the ordinances that the barn does violate. So if anyone has said anything to you, we are aware of the situation, and we'll be prodding them on as best as we can to get the property cleaned up. Just to let you know, and just a reminder, school starts next week already. Summer flew by. So, school starts, I believe, Wednesday of next week. The contractor's making the final line items preparation. I believe they'll be doing the proper signage both on Miilton Potsdam and also Haskett Road. And also painting the crosswalks and they did say to Ben that they would freshen up the crosswalk that was originally painted on Haskett as well. So those people in that neighborhood that may be concerned, there will be proper signage, and our police department will have a heavy presence in the area when school starts and when school ends, just to make sure that everyone's starting to understand the new traffic patterns they're going to develop, the natural traffic patterns that will develop. So we will have a presence there on a daily basis quite heavily the first couple weeks of school. And I believe an email has gone out by Ann. I'm not positive about that, but there is a notification on the board. There's an invitation. There's a school, or at the school, there's going to be a prayer walk this Sunday, August 19th, and it starts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And both the council, mayor, and all of the community is invited to attend. And that ends my report for this evening.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Fogel.
Question real quick about the school area. You talked before about looking into Haskett, maybe possibly going one way, just east. Is there still any consideration with that, depending on how the safety with the kids and so forth, back and forth between Lowry, and then to, caveat that as well, there's that real grassy area there between Haskett and the school, and there's a lot of high grass and weeds and so forth in that area. Is that part of the school property, or is that part of township property?
That's actually part of the school property.
Okay.
Their first question. I've approached Miami County engineers for a second time. They're still maintaining or holding their position that they want to see how the traffic patterns develop over the next few months to see if there's actually an issue involving Haskett Extension, I guess technically it's called. So as of right now, that's what they want to do, is just hold steady as it is. You had 3 questions, sorry.
Well, you answered it
Did I
about
answer?
the
Okay.
grass.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the school area.
Yes.
Because folks were asking about that. It's very high in that area, and if it would be trimmed and cut before, school starts and so forth, with the kids walking through there and,
I owe Dr. Ramel an email tomorrow morning, so I'll add that to the
Okay,
email.
sounds good. Thank you.
Isn't that area like a marsh under there, like a drainage, where the high weeds are? I thought that was like a drainage ditch down in there.
It's a retention pond.
Like, yeah, a retention pond,
Yeah.
where if it's wet,
They might not be able to do anything.
Shouldn't be
Exactly.
open to it anyway.
because I thought they had told us that at one time, that that's why it was, always seemed to be higher right there.
I know I'm coming late into the game, and Ben or Tim probably have a better knowledge of this, but you're right, that does ring a bell, and I think there's special grasses that were planted in that marsh that's supposed to drink up the excess water. Is that correct?
The original plan called for, like Matt said, it was a different type of grass. And they were, if you notice, the weeds were out to here, now they're kind of into here. I'm only assuming that they're waiting for the special grasses to take hold, and then they'll probably end up leveling that. That's my guess. I have noticed the area that you raised concern on seems to be shrinking a little bit more,
Right.
a little bit more, so.
I'll check on it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on, would council like to discuss any old business this evening? Okay. Move on to new business. Any discussion regarding new business? Okay. Well, at this time, I'll welcome any comments from citizens. Okay. Very good.
Mr. Mayor, at this time I would like to make a motion to adjourn into executive session
executive session to consider and investigate a complaint involving a public employee and confer with the law director for the public body concerning a dispute involving the public body, which is the subject of imminent court action.
I'll
Thank you.
second.
Any discussion regarding this? Okay. Roll call, please.
Francis,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Tinnerman,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Ashley,
Yes.
Willis,
Yes.
and Mayor Coe.
Yes. At this time, there will be no further decisions being made tonight, so
We can, I would just recommend that all the records that are going to be destroyed are still in the conference room. So if you just want to take a 5-minute recess to clear the room, and then we'll just have it in here, if that's
Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
I love you.